Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on this tool from ISWA how Earth is connecting to other magnets behind us, aka planets or moons. We aren't really sure in the sense of what this tool can show us. All we can know for sure is that the magnetics tell us there's something and multiple things behind us. Now I'm going to start with right here where we have magnetic pole lines crossing over called the Lagrange point. Right here, this is a model showing our sun, and this is the Earth, how the fields cross over, and this is called Lagrange points, L1. Here in this case we have several satellites parked in this position that look at the sun and what comes from it. Specifically SOHO, ACE, Discovery is here. They do have satellites here as well in L2. But anyways, the point is this is the Lagrange point, and I'm going to show you how scientifically explains it.
It's doing. So we have our sun. It too is doing this, which of course is the fleur de lis. So now, if you ever took a ring magnet and you break it in half, break the ring magnet, I'll choose this side because it happens to either. This side will immediately flip over and be upside down next to the broken piece. This was a ring magnet, but the second you break it, it flips around and attaches there. Now I'm going to show you why. What that means is the field does that here. And that means that this field here crosses because that automatically flips back over. Because it's north and south and north, which are what are attracting. So on a ring magnet, you have north, north, south, south, which can't happen if you break it in half. That's what happens with two magnets. That's what happens with one solid magnet. A ring magnet anyway. So what's happening here? Well, if it's attached like that, so is this. And so, the one coming out of the sun, as I've said, remember, if it does that, it has to join something else doing that. Unless, of course, it's in a halo wave. But that doesn't alter what I'm about to say, because a halo wave is from something hitting something. This is how it travels through space. So, it has to connect like this. So, how does it happen? This top field attaches, that's its orientation, to the bottom of the Earth, like that. Let's just double check that. Yeah, so you got one like that, and one like that, which would give us that, which is what I've got there. So I need that there, which I have, and I need that here, which I have. Okay? And so, this one comes out the other side, goes into that one, and that one does that. So that is the X that is between us. Is this side attached? It might well be, because you have that one, and you have that one, can that?
Okay. Now scientifically he has shown us many times how the real magnetic field. Alright. Now if you see here, he discussed these. These are magnetic field lines. They are blue, meaning IMF, interplanetary magnetic field lines that are not connected to Earth. Black is polar cap, red is closed field lines. Those are the black and blue lines are associated to Earth. Blue is not in any fashion. So here in the back we have IMF field lines that shouldn't be here unless something was there. Now it's off the graph here, so we can't exactly tell where, except for the field lines kind of tell us. These are showing the connections to the other planets, and there should only be one line here showing the connection to our sun, but we have multiple because we've got multiple bodies all around us. Now, closed field lines, there should basically just be one in this fashion here. As you can see, we have several more rings of it. It's because Earth is pushing against other magnets, and there happens to be one here, along with multiple ones, and I'll show you in this video that there are multiple bodies here, and we have a very large body back here. Now, we see this is our bow shock, and you'll see in this video where Earth is drawing in energy from this energy field and using it to push back against other magnets as closed field lines. This is where the energy to do so is coming from, and you'll see this fill in with red because she's pushing hard. Alright, let's progress forward. Now that's a time gap, about 30 minutes. And then we get into the Lagrange point, the crossing of the field lines, in this case polar cap. But here we have IMF wrapping around. This is a field from another magnet. This should not be here at all like this. So these satellites are orbiting Earth here inside our magnetosphere and giving us this information. So we're just going to progress forward. Now you can see Earth is beginning to push some more against this other field, trying to push away from it, like a same polarity, but like if you tried to put two poles of the same polarity on a magnet together. And here we're seeing some pressure difference from a body here, and the field lines are around it. And this is the beginning of this other magnet that's back here as well. Now we think that these larger pole lines are from a larger magnet way in the back, but we just don't have that visibility. We know there's a magnet here, here, and here, and I showed you the one here. So it's like a magnetic chain. Now I'll just progress forward and show you some more. I mean, this Earth is pushing against this body here, and this is going to change color here in a second, right there. So the field has gone outside, and now Earth is connecting to it. Red is pushing against it to push away, but black means it's connecting to it. And progressing forward, see now we have all three colors here. Don't quite see the connection, so this looks like a standalone signature since I don't see any other blue lines coming in and connecting to it. So we have Earth pushing against it, also connecting to it, and it's showing its own signature as blue IMF. And a lot of times you'll see it backfeed to the back, showing that this body was connecting to it as well. So it's for confirmation between pressure differences and the 3 different types of magnetic field lines in this model. So lots of people are talking about, oh, everything out by the sun. Well, we've got things inside lunar orbit now, currently. All right. Now the other thing I was going to show you is, if you notice the blue IMF, see, this is that big body back here. And it reaches all the way up to here to -20. If you want to know that distance, just take -20 and multiply it by 3,963, which is 1 RE, which is Earth radius, and you'll have that figure in miles. -60 is like where Earth, the moon orbits, so it's like 280,000 miles back. So, you know, it's a third of that distance. Again, here we're seeing how this other body is connecting in, and you saw that these field lines from a magnet. The sun's a magnet, the earth is a magnet, everything is magnets, including you. You are 7 billion billion magnets called atoms. All right, now let's go to this other one. I'm going to show you, well, let's go real quick to the polarity map. Now it shows us the same thing. It shows us as well by polarity and pressure differences. These arrows should all be facing left because the sun's over here and its wind flows this way. We have a lot of wind confusion. Earth, the pressure on the Earth is increasing because it is drawing energy from the bow shock to push against these magnets. A little pressure difference there in a circle. It's pretty clear. A lot of arrow confusion and arrows facing the wrong way. If there is no other bodies around us, they wouldn't be doing this. But they are. That's the push from Earth, pushing out against, and we've got an energy field. Basically, they're pushing against each other. This is a really good example. Okay. Now, I want to talk about energy and or physical barriers. Why we see these pushes divided. And that's because of that big object we saw back here and its field that was coming all the way up into here. That's an energy barrier. That's why the lines there, right there. There he is. This is another magnet behind us and its field lines. Again, it's blue because it is not connected to Earth in any way. So as things push off from Earth, we see things get divided here because that is an energy barrier. And there are bodies in between, but this is a great example right there. See, the field lines form around it because of that field behind us. Yeah. I thought this one showed us something else, but now here we have IMF lines. Now I think this is from a sun we call Ra, aka the blue Kachina, overlaying our field. And we have the deep induction heating from Earth drawing in energy to have the energy to do these pushes. Now you can see GOES 14 is a satellite, GOES 13 they're orbiting Earth. These are not ground-based measurements, these are from space. So this is a great tool. I highly suggest you take a look at it if you're interested. You could check out my group Catfish Glass Eye on Facebook. We have links to these page, and it's ISWA.gs. You know, you can find it if you just search ISWA, ISWA. All right, folks, have a good day.